Hey, what is up guys, and welcome back to the FCS Football Channel. And today we are back with another match preview, this time for Manchester United versus Brentford in the Premier League. Now, of course, there is going to be a watch long for this game. Details are on my side, but kickoff is at 8 o'clock, meaning the watch long will start at 7:30. So please do tune in for that. Link is in the description down below. Now, moving on into the preview, where do both teams come into this game sat in the Premier League table? Now, Manchester United are sat in 6th in the Premier League, having picked up 4 points from our last 15 available. It's not great, is it? Brentford, on the other hand, do come into this game sat in 14th. However, 10 points from their last 15 available and are in pretty good form. And they have been ever since really January, where they did sign Christian Eriksen on a free. What a sign that looks like it's going to be, and has certainly kept him in the Premier League for at least another season. Whether or not he will stay next year is something we'll have to wait and find out. Now, of course, Manchester United did play Chelsea in our last game, drawing 1-1 in that game, in a game which could have went either way, really. United had chances to score more, but Chelsea, you have to say, were definitely the better side. But given the United team that was out there, due to the injuries of players, we were missing Fred, Cavani, Pogba, Sancho, Maguire, Shaw. It was always going to be a difficult game. To get a point from that is probably better than a lot of people expected. So you kind of take that and say, look, performance might not have been great, but we'll take that. Kind of what we did a lot of last season, the Solskjaer, where the performance wasn't good, but we won the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter, does it? And that's kind of how I look at that Chelsea game. Was it a great performance? No, but the most important thing is that we got the result over the line, and we did. We did get that draw. And like I said, on another day, we might have even won it. Brentford, on the other hand, they played Spurs and drew 0-0 with them, proving how this Brentford team aren't no pushovers. They are a good side. They are a strong side, and they can beat us on our day, or on their day, I should say, if we don't give it 110%. And if we look at the last game we played against Brentford, of course, we did win that game 3-1 with Alanga, Greenwood and Rashford all scoring, obviously 3 players from the academy. If you remember back to it, Brentford had more than enough chances to put that game to bed in the first half at 0-0. How we stayed in that game, I will never know. We did win it, and that's the important thing. Like we say, result at the end of the day is all that matters, but you need to have good performances to bring good results, at least for the long term, and I think we're now seeing that. Given last year we were so bad performance-wise, and we've come into this season expecting performances to stay the same, and they haven't. And to me, a lot of other Manchester United fans, we ain't surprised by that, because we've said so often, to have continuous and sustained success, you've got to play the right stuff and play well in every game. United haven't done that for over a year, so now while performances are the same and we're not getting results, it shouldn't come as a surprise. Brentford do play some good stuff, despite their kind of below. I don't want to slag Brentford off, but they're not on the level of a Manchester United. They obviously only just got promoted via the playoffs last season, so that kind of says where their squad really is. So we should be expecting to beat them, and yes, they play good stuff, especially considering how poor their lineup is. But they play better stuff than us. So that's why this game will be so tight, in my opinion. Brentford play better stuff and play good stuff, but don't have the personnel. While United have the personnel, but just don't play the good stuff and just can't play football. Really, can we? We just can't play football. When it comes to team news, obviously their key player for me is undoubtedly Ivan Toney. I think Ivan Toney is a fantastic striker. I saw him before he moved to Brentford at Peterborough United. Obviously, what I would have considered my local club. He was fantastic there. I said when he was at Peterborough and he was going to get that move to Brentford that he could play in the Premier League for one of the lower sides in the likes of a Crystal Palace. And I think he's proven that. And look, there's links and rumours that he might be getting a move to somewhere like an Arsenal, and I don't blame him, because he is a fantastic player, can link play, can obviously score goals. He's a real threat for Brentford. And if you're looking at Ivan Toney, I think you've got to look at Christian Eriksen. again, like I said, he's come in and changed Brentford. It's been fantastic since he's come in. I think Eriksen is a top player, and with him in their team, Ivan Toney can kind of, well, at the start of the season, Ivan Toney was having to drop deeper, trying to get involved in the build-up play a bit more and be kind of the creator as well as the goal scorer for Brentford. Now Eriksen's there, Toney can kind of take a back step in terms of creativity and focus on scoring goals to keep Brentford in the Premier League. And that's exactly what's happened. And Eriksen's been fantastic. He's even scored goals himself. And Toney has been fantastic as well. So those two are undoubtedly the players you've got to keep quiet to get this Brentford team to stay quiet, I guess. When it comes to injuries, Brentford are without a couple players. Frank Onyeka, Godos are both out with ankle injuries, while Sergi Canos and Ethan Pinnock are out with hamstring injuries. So those are a couple good players and big players for them missing for this game. When it comes to lineup, we know they're going to play a 3-5-2. They're very good defensively, but they are dangerous on the break. They're good on the ball. They can keep possession well. They're going to work hard. They're not an easy team to beat, as I keep saying. So we've got to kind of understand that when we go into this game and not just expect to go hammer them 5 or 6-0 just because they came up. They are a good team, but I do think they are get-attable, to be honest. But we'll get to that in a minute after we've gone through our team news. And team news is looking better, but not ideal still. So when it comes to us, Edinson Cavani is back in training. Whether or not he will be available, we are unsure. The reports are that he's going to be available off the bench, but not starting, which is a positive, of course. But we're at this point, I don't even want to see him on the bench. I just want to forget about him and get him gone. Luke Shaw and Paul Pogba are, of course, still injured, and Jadon Sancho has tonsillitis, so he looks set to miss the rest of the season. Fred, Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire look like they will be hit and miss whether they'll be able to play, but I think they will be available in some shape or form if Ralf Rangnick wants to use them. Talk about if Ralf Rangnick wants to use them. This is my prediction for the team Ralf Rangnick will go with tomorrow. De Gea in goal. I think he sticks with the same back four that he did against Chelsea and Arsenal. I'm not a fan of Telles. I've made that abundantly clear, but I think he will stick with him. So I think that's the back line we'll see. Fred and Matic as a kind of double pivot. If Matic has to start. He's been fantastic. He has to play. And I think if Fred is back from injury, which I think he is, he has to play over McTominay. McTominay has been dreadful. Got to start in that midfield for me. Fred and Matic, Elanga, Rashford, Bruno and Ronaldo as a front four. I don't think he's going to put the trust in like a Garnacho. Maybe you see Cavani come back in and he goes back to that 4-2-2 with Cavani and Ronaldo up top, Elanga and Bruno on the flanks. I'm not sure. I think he'll probably stick with that lineup and see how it kind of gets on, and then potentially change it after about after about an hour. Do I agree with that team? No, I don't. This is the team I would go with. So De Gea and goal, Wan-Bissaka and Dalot as the fullback. Like I said, I don't like Telles. I don't think he's very good. I think he was okay against Chelsea, but like I said in the Let's Talk, I think we're kind of in a way you're being a bit nice to him, saying it's Rashford's man, Alonso. I think at times he was free and he can go over and just kind of stop Reece James, but doesn't. I think put Dalot out to the left, you put Wan-Bissaka right back. I think you're a better team doing that. So that's what I would go for. Centre backs stay the same. I think they've been playing quite well together. Same double pivot as I think Ralf Rangnick will go with. McTominay can't play. How McTominay plays every game is a mystery to me. The guy's awful. He stinks. Can't play. Hides from the ball. Can't pass. He's just an awful footballer, to be honest. He really, really is. Front four, I've gone for Elanga out on the right. On the left, Bruno Fernandes, I've actually moved out to the right wing. I think Bruno Fernandes as a player that will work backwards and forwards. I think he drifts out to that right-hand side quite a lot, and I want to kind of see how he gets on there. He puts a lot of crosses in. Let's see how he gets on that right-hand side. And I've actually started Juan Mata. A lot of people would start Juan Mata on the right. Obviously, that's where he's played a lot of his Manchester United career, on that right-hand side. I think he is better down the centre, where he's able to dictate playing, make combinations with people. I think he's a very, very good player. Unfortunately, he will leave at the end of the season. While that hasn't been officially confirmed, I think it's undoubtable he will leave. It's a shame we haven't got the best out of him, because he is a top player. And when we signed him at 25, we should have used him a lot better than we have. I feel a bit sorry for Juan Mata, because he is a top player. And I think he should start today. And obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo's up top. He's a goal scorer. You don't not play Cristiano Ronaldo, especially given the form that he is in. Cristiano Ronaldo starts and leads the line for Manchester United. Now, in terms of the game, look, it's a must-win for Manchester United. We have to keep up the race for top 4, even though it does look dead and buried. We can't let the Europa League places drop out either. We've got to get at least Europa League. Conference League is a pointless exercise. The only positive about being in the Conference League is to break a record. And I'm sorry, we're not in football to do something like that. We're in football to win Premier League titles and be playing Champions League football, not to be playing in a third-rate competition. It's like, for me, saying you want to go win the Europa Conference League is like saying you want to get relegated to the Championship to go then win the Championship. No, you don't. You want to... Even being in the Europa League isn't great, but at least the Europa League's a passage into the Champions League, and is a competition that is a challenging, but you should at least win. I think the Conference League, I don't want to be in there, so we've got to keep winning. And while Brentford are a good team, it's a team you expect to beat if you're a Manchester United and you're a team that wants to be playing Champions League football. So I expect us to go do it. Like I said, Ivan Toney and Christian Eriksen are undoubtedly their 2 best players, and 2 players that you've got to just, stop if you want to stop Brentford. I think you stop those 2, you nullify a lot of what this Brentford team are about. I think we can do that, and I think we will do that. I think we're going to win this game, and I'm going to go for a 2-0 Manchester United win. Now, if you have enjoyed this match preview, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new to the channel and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And let me know down below your predictions for this game. And like I said, please do tune in for the watch along. Details are on my side. Like I said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.